What's on the murals?
I say that they are about what they plan to do to us, and the world as a whole. Not what has happened, or some fantasy. One of them, that is very unusual, has 3 caskets, with dead people in them.
That's part of the ritual, connected with the Skull and Bones Club.
Yes. There are evidently 3 groups of people that they would like to see dead. The first casket has what the artist told me was a Jewish American child, a little girl, and she has the star on her clothes, and a little Bible, and a locket.
Jewish lineage is passed through the female.
Yes, well, all these caskets depict women who are dead. Then, in the center casket, there is depicted a Native American woman, and the last casket has a black woman in it. Now, normally I would not have thought too much about these murals if I had not done a lot of research. Even in the government documents, I have run across gene splicing discussions on how they would like to splice out specific races, and also, whoever these people are, do not like the Jewish people. This is just one of the huge murals. This same mural depicts the destruction of a city and the forest, and there is a little girl holding a Mayan tablet that speaks of the destruction of civilization. There is a mural that depicts this thing, standing over a city, that looks like a green Darth Vader, with a sword, that has destroyed the city. This character is huge, and there is a road depicted with women, walking, holding dead babies. This same mural extends over to another one, which depicts all of the children of the world, taking the weapons from each country on Earth, and giving them to a central figure, which is a German boy who has this iron fist and anvil in his hand, that is totally out of proportion to the child's body, beating the swords into plowshares. I thought, well, this is very odd, depicting a German child doing this. What all of this symbology in the airport mural seems to convey is that not only do we have a secret society behind this, but that it is a German secret society, working in the vicinity of the New World Control Center.
It is interesting, when you consider Operation Paperclip, wherein all these Nazis were brought to the United States to be groomed, financed, and basically brought back into power.
Well, I know they are here, because I have seen them, alongside the Americans, in the more sensitive areas of the airport. But these paintings are most disturbing, and very unusual. When I first tried to contact the artist, and talk to him about these murals, he told me that he was given guidelines on what to paint, and put in them. When I showed up in his studio, I asked to see the guidelines for the last 2 he was working on. He suddenly went brain dead and said, of course, there are no guidelines. It took myself and 2 other people over 8 months to figure out all the symbology that is embodied in these murals. It turned out that some of these are trigger pictures containing symbology designed to trigger altered personalities of people that have been groomed in MK Ultra type programs for specific tasks that they have been trained to do in terms of something connected with satanic rituals and mind control. I had one woman that called me out of the blue one night, and she was really disturbed about some information. She told me many different things that later turned out to be known MK Ultra triggers. Also, almost every aspect of these murals contains symbols relating back to secret societies. When you get the overall view of what they are talking about in these things, it is very, very scary. It goes back to the Biodiversity Treaty, getting rid of specific races of people, taking over the world, and mind control. There is one picture in which every plant turns out to be mind-altering or poisonous, and all the animals are Masonic symbols used in literature in every country in the world. It took a very long time to track all this stuff down and figure out what they are trying to say. The one way they tell stories is in pictures. It's right there, in our face, when you go into the airport. Most people look at them and say, Boy, those are crazy looking pictures. What are they doing in this airport?